Hi, everybody. I'm here to talk to you today about empaths. Not to be confused with empathy, which is something that everybody should have. Some people are additionally blessed with the ability to feel things that other people aren't able to feel. So it's pretty cool. And it's actually not as common as some people think, but it is one of the most common sensitivities that people report to have. So it's really interesting to learn about the different kinds of empathic abilities that there are so that you're able to understand if you are an empath and if you're maybe just sensitive to energy, and if you are an empath, maybe what kind you are, so that you can use it to be able to help people. So there's lots of different kinds, but I'm going to touch on 5 because if I did all of them, it would take a really long time. So the first one that I'll talk about is an emotional empath, and so this is the most common that you hear about. This is probably what people think of when they think of an empath. These are the people that are able to absorb other people's emotions and feelings. These are the people that pick up, like if they're around somebody who's very angry all the time, they will become very angry themselves, which can happen just to regular people too. Like if you're around a lot of negative energy, then you're going to pick it up eventually. But for empaths, this is something that they just absorb, and sometimes they're not able to tell the difference between if this is how they are actually feeling or if this is something that they have picked up from someone else. So it's difficult for people that have this ability, and they have to work really hard to be able to differentiate between what they're feeling and what they're picking up from others. And it takes a lot of grounding and a lot of inner reflection, and it can be tough. And some of these people are so sensitive that they really can't be around a lot of people all the time, or they have to leave and take breaks to like kind of reconnect with themselves. So that's a tricky one, but it's really neat for people to be able to feel what other people are feeling, to be able to help them to move on from difficult things in their life. So another one is a physical empath. So these are also known as medical empaths. These are the people that can feel things that are going on within your body. So these would be usually physical empaths end up becoming energy healers, or they might work in the medical field because they're able to pick these things up, so it's easier for them to help people. So if you have a sore knee and you're with a physical empath, they might be able to tell you like, oh, your knee is sore, you have to do this. So that's kind of cool. And oftentimes they can also tell you if you have like blockages within your energy. So if you have something going on that's blocking one of your chakras or something happening within your energy field, they would be able to tell you what is happening, what is blocked, and how to maybe help that. So that is a really cool gift to have. I think you could help a lot of people if you were a medical empath. So next would be an environmental empath. So these are people that pick up feelings from locations. They're generally very connected to the earth and to nature. They would like camping. They would like to be in the outdoors, in the mountains, hiking, things like that, where they can connect with the earth. They would be very much drawn to specific places that speak to them or have good energy. At the same time, they're able to feel if something really bad has happened in a location, if there's like really kind of messed up energy at a space. They would be able to pick up on that too. So they could also be like really against going to certain places, which is, normal if you get really bad feelings from a place. These people would also be the ones that could read a picture of a house. So if you sent them a picture of your house, they might be able to pick up on what is going on, if you have something there, if the energy is off, stuff like that. So that would be an environmental empath. And they're, I think, quite rare. There's a difference between loving camping and being an environmental empath. So the feelings would be a lot more intense for the empath, obviously. So the next one is an animal empath, and this is exactly what it sounds like. These are people that can pick up on emotions and feelings and stuff that's going on with animals. And I think honestly it's probably the coolest, because who doesn't want to communicate with an animal, right? So these people, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of a psychic pet reading, but this is a thing, and people read pets, and it's not very scientific. You really can't like verify what they say, but it's really cool to see what these people say about your animals and what's going on with them, and if they can like pick up on their personalities and stuff, even sometimes like from a distance when they've never met them. And I have had readings for several of my animals, and I think it's really cool, if not just for fun. It's like a cool experience to have, just thinking maybe you're connecting with your pet's energy. It's really neat. So animal empaths would obviously be drawn to caring for animals in some way. These would be like animal rescuers, people that work in vets' offices or with animals in some capacity, trainers, stuff like that. So that is a really cool one to have too. And the last one that I'm going to touch on is an intuitive empath. So intuitive empaths are the people that read energy. To me, this is the most complicated and in-depth type of empath. So these people would be able to pick up on your energy from being near you, from being around you. Some intuitive empaths will pick up on a lot just by shaking your hand or giving you a hug, physical contact, but some can just pick up on your energy. These people would be the ones that you send your picture to, and they read your pictures. When you're with an intuitive empath, or an intuitive empath has tapped into your energy, they are able to see who you are as a person. You can't really, that outward front that people put on for the public, intuitive empaths see right through that. So you cannot hide from them. They are also able to very quickly figure out when people are lying, and so it's tricky. You can't hide from them. You can't lie to them. They're gonna know, and they also are able to tell a lot of different things about your personality by just being near you, just being within your energy or feeling your energy. So these are the people that would look at a picture of you and tell you all sorts of things about like your personality, who you are, what you're doing with your life, what you need help with, and I think it's like probably really neat. But if you don't like people like basically seeing your soul, an intuitive empath is probably not the person you want to be hanging out with all the time. So but it's a really cool one. It's one of the most, to me, the most complicated, because they are picking up so much information, and I know for an intuitive empath it would be difficult to be getting some of the stuff that they get when around people that are well liked, and knowing that something is coming or something might happen, or this person isn't who they're being represented as. It can be tricky, but so these empaths would need to have a lot of grounding, be very strong in their beliefs and their convictions, and have a lot of tact when dealing with people. So yeah, that's it. Those are the empaths that I'm touching on today. If you're an empath, I want to hear all about it. If you know any, if you've had an experience with somebody like reading a picture or picking up on an illness or something like that, I'd love to hear about it. And otherwise, I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about empaths with me. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later with another video, okay? Thanks, guys. Bye.